hello, everyone. This is Denny and Virginia doing a very unusual live right now. So, I had an idea of something that I wanted to talk about with small local businesses in Virginia. Most specifically to Hampton Roads, because you guys are the only ones that I've actually been in the field with. I've actually seen you guys, I've experienced you, I've gotten products from you, I've gotten services from you. But this can be applicable to all small businesses in the great state of VA. And so this is just going to be a series that I'm going to start to film right now, and we're going to see if we can knock the entire thing out like right now before my stomach growls because I am hungry. But basically, my idea is that I have noticed a trend of a lot of local businesses now, whether they be small or like pretty large, pretty significant sized local businesses now paying content creators to come to their like content creator events. So it's not like they're asking the content creator to just come over now and just randomly appear at the restaurant and like review and showcase them. It's specifically curated events for content creators to attend and film all the content, especially when it comes to grand openings and stuff like that they'll have. And it's exclusive to like influencers rather in the area who are making content for especially foodies is the one that I've noticed most specifically. And so I just wanted to talk very briefly about what the implications of that means. So it is growing in popularity, which means a lot more people are probably, because I've seen it like 3 times now, like I've noticed fairly recently, there would be grand openings and then you would see content from certain content creators, and it's like, it's not like they're just going to the establishment and just filming regularly. It was definitely a content creator, an influencer event. So it was curated for the influencer. So it's a special event that has all the glitz and glam for the influencers so they can take all their pretty videos and pictures and stuff. And that is fine and dandy. That is okay and great. Where my mind is, as someone who has been a customer to places many a times, just an average normal customer, what happens with the business like after that initial push of an influencer like giving them the spotlight? That's what I really want to know, and that's what I've been thinking about, because I've been to a couple of businesses that's like they were spotlighted on an influencer's account, and so they got a lot of attention during that time when the influencers were like pumping out the content for them. And then you go a couple months later, and sometimes what happens is that it's kind of like crickets, it's not as like on and popping and lively and stuff like that. And so it's just gotten me thinking like, where is the disconnect, and like how can small businesses better utilize their influencer push? Because I imagine a lot of times they are paying influencers and stuff like that to highlight their businesses, or partnering or sponsoring with them, whatever they do. I don't know. I've never experienced this yet. As of this date, I have not experienced any of that yet. So I don't really know what's happening in the background, like what is being exchanged. But in my mind, I'm just trying to figure out, how do we focus more on the long term instead of just that initial like push that happens with small businesses when they get a very influential person on social media to come and check out their establishment and highlight their establishment. What are we doing in the long term to make sure that we are best utilizing that influencer push? That's kind of where I want to like come in and give you the consumer/customer perspective, because like I said, I am a normal individual. I just be living my life here. And so there's a lot of things that I've noticed as I am living my life here, and like things that I'm like are really yay, and things that are really nay about my experiences at local businesses, small businesses, random restaurants, services, locations and stuff like that. And so I just wanted to start the conversation about like, what are we doing as small local businesses to focus on the long term and getting continual comeback customers? What are we doing to get customers who are regulars, right? Instead of just paying for that initial push that an influencer will give you, which is fantastic, which is great, because it's that is money that can be put back into the business. But my only focus is like, as a small business, this doesn't apply to all of y'all. Some of y'all are doing a great job. You understand social media, you know how to act with customers, and you know how to get that retention, how to get people coming back. Some of you guys are doing great, but this is more of to those of you who might struggle, where it's like, you got this really nice highlight from someone really influential in Virginia came to your establishment and gave you a lot of business for a very short period amount of time. Everyone was posting about you, and then all of a sudden, crickets, stagnant, back to what it was before you were even out there and highlighted by them. So that's what this series is going to be about. Just talking about potential ways that small business owners can actually keep that retention and get that second time, third time, regular customer back in after that initial push. What are you, as the business owner, doing to make sure that your customers feel welcomed and want to actually come back to support you? They want to support you. They love coming into your establishment. You are their go-to place, like on the regular. What are you doing to create regulars? That's what this whole series is about. So basically, this first episode is just kind of a setup as to let you know like where my mindset is. So this is called the customer perspective. So this is just all opinion. It's all my opinion. So you can take it or leave it. You can do whatever you want to do with it. But all of it is just going to be information that's just stuff that's like, I, as a customer, because I've been a customer all of my life, things that I've noticed that like make me feel really good, make me feel like I want to come back, and things that I've noticed that make me feel like I will never ever recommend your location ever again. As a matter of fact, I'm going to tell everybody to not support you because I had such a horrible experience with you. So I've had like both sides of the spectrum. So this is just kind of like an open conversation between a customer and a business owner. And you guys can check me because I've never been a business owner, so I don't know what it's like on your side. But this is the customer perspective of what it's like to support local businesses. And I just want to know, like, I want to get a back and forth started as to like, how do we both benefit? Because I want to be a regular somewhere. I want to consistently give someone my support, but I have to like, the first time I come in, you have to get me, and you have to continuously get me each and every single time. So how do you create that consistent relationship with your customers so that they become regulars instead of like a one and done type situation? So that's what this whole series is going to be about. I'm going to shut this live off and we're going to go into another live. It's not thought out. This is just my initial thoughts. It is unedited. I'm doing this live because I just want to get the thoughts out there first and then condense it into written form and then a better like format. But right now I just got to get the thoughts out there. So I'm going to end this live because you know what this whole series is going to be about. And it's just going to be a series of rapid, quick lives just to have a nice compiled list of like areas to put your attention on as a small business owner, like things to be aware of and potential opportunity from the consumer perspective that you might want to jump on in order to create those regulars. So that's it for the very first episode of the customer perspective. I hope I will see you in the next live. And until then, small business owners, I love you. Keep doing you and grow and be better each and every single day. So I will see you in the next episode, which will be episode 2. What is the topic? Who knows? Goodbye.